Yep.
But it's gonna be special because it's gonna be all in the shape of a
Rhombus.
That's right. So this is a rhombus. It kind of looks like a diamond, and this is a shape we're going to use for all of the US flag. It's gonna be a super cool activity for Memorial Day, which is coming up.
Yep.
Okay, you ready for this? The drawing supplies we have are pencils and any drawing supplies. And what are the 3 colors that you need?
Red, white, and blue.
That's right. Those are the colors of the US flag. And if you all want, you can also get a
Ruler.
That's right. Okay, we'll get started. We're gonna start by folding our paper just a little bit because we want to see where the centers are. Okay? So first, let's fold our paper in half the long way. But here's the trick for this one. We're actually not gonna fold all the way. We're just gonna crease the corners, the end a little bit right here. And then the other end right here. And make sure your corners meet. You crease that. And then the center, just a little. Okay, now open it. Okay, so you have all these creases, right? Those are gonna help us in a little bit. And then we're going to turn our paper around sideways, rotate it, and then we're going to fold it up. And we're gonna do the same thing, just crease the corner. 1, 2, and then just a little in the center. Okay. Now we have this little X mark in the center, right? And these creases in the 4 sides. Perfect. Let's grab our pencils. So we're just gonna come in a little bit from the top of the middle of the page. And then we're just gonna draw small dots. And that's just gonna help us line up our sides. And a dot here, and it just needs to be small, not too big. And then one on the bottom and on each of the sides too. Yeah. And make sure you're going in the same amount on each of the sides. And then let's just make one small dot right in the middle of our cross here too, our little X mark. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so from here, we're going to draw the main rhombus shape of our US flag. So that means we're going to connect these dots on the outside to make our diamond shape. Okay, so here's where you can use a ruler, or you can measure it with your eyes and make sure you see where you're going and draw a thin line with your pencil. Okay, let's do it. And I'm just gonna turn my paper around because I feel like that helps me. And if you make a mistake, you grab an eraser and erase it a little bit. Fix it too. There we go. Okay, now let's turn our paper long ways. So we have the sideways diamond here like this. And remember that center dot we drew? We're going to draw a line, a straight line from the top to that center, and then another one from the left side to the center. Okay? So let's do it. This is going to be side of the flag where you see the blue background and the 50 stars.
Wait, there are 50 stars?
There are 50 stars in the US flag.
How do you know that?
Because I learned it. There are 50 states, so each state is represented by 1 star.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know how many stripes there are in the US flag? 13. Those are the original 13 colonies of the US. But we're not gonna have 13 lines exactly or 50 stars exactly, because we're making a rhombus flag. Okay, so Ready for the next steps?
Yep.
This can be a little bit tricky, but I know you all can do it. And remember, you can always pause the video if we're going too fast. And you can always grab a ruler too. Okay, on the side under the left triangle that we drew, we're gonna try to find the middle point. It doesn't have to be exact, but I think around here is the middle of this line. Yeah, and then I'm gonna draw a small little dot, just to tell me. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to find the middle spot of the top right side. And then from here, I'm gonna connect this dot all the way to this other dot we drew in the middle, but I need to make sure it goes through the center dot, okay? Okay, so from here, we're gonna find the middle of those two lines. So another middle point right here and right here. Okay, now we're going to connect this dot to that dot. And then this time we don't have a center point to guide us, but I think we can all do it. Yeah! Okay, you ready for the next step?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna half that one too. So find the middle point, and connect that line. Okay, and then, what do you think I'll say for this one?
Do it again.
Yeah, find the middle, and the middle, and then connect that all the way. Okay, what do you think about this one? Same thing. Okay, so here we're gonna do the same thing on this triangle right here. So find the middle point right here on this bigger side, or on this bottom side. And then also find the middle point up here on this straight line. And then what do? Connect it. Yeah, and then we're, yeah.
Find the middle of these two.
Exactly. Find the middle, and connect it. Yeah.
And then these two.
That's right. You get it. Now we have these stripes. So we're gonna do the same thing on this last small triangle on the top, right here. So find the middle of this straight line down, and the middle of this top line, diagonal line, and then connect that. Once we're done, you'll be left with all these stripes. So middle, connect. So now we have all these stripes, but what did we say our flag was?
A rhombus.
That's right. So a rhombus has this diamond-like shape, so we actually have to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're finding the middle of this long side right here on the bottom. Let's find the middle, and we're connecting it to the center. Yeah. And then since you already found the middles of up here, just need to find the middles of down here. So let's find the middle and then connect this dot to the middle of over here. And after we work with pencil, we can use our markers to retrace it and then erase the pencil marks too. Okay, so we're gonna find the middle of that and the other one and then connect it. And now we have all these diamond shapes, right? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing up here and be sure to connect the middle dots, but we're gonna fast forward through this. And Art Along Friends, actually, we want to connect all the way over. So let's find the middle point here 2, and then connect it to the center, the middle point. And we're just extending the line that we already drew all the way. So it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, good. Yeah, just extend your lines all the way. Yeah, and then connect it the other way too. Yeah, so we have this grid of diamond shapes, right? Okay, but for this side, remember it's where the stars go? So we're actually gonna have these even more. Yeah! Okay, so right here, in between the first dot and the second dot, we're gonna half it. Find the halfway point. Same with on this vertical line, this line that goes up and down, find the middle point. Right here. Yep. And then we're gonna connect that. So we're gonna split this in half. Yeah. And then we're...
Don't look like rhombuses.
It's because we haven't done the other side yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're gonna split this line in half too. Split it in half. Split it in half. Split it in half. And we're only gonna go as far as this middle dot that we drew in the very beginning. So we're gonna take this diagonal line and we're gonna split it in half all the way. So we're gonna start with this first section. I'm gonna bring it down. Yeah, to where the lines meet on the horizontal line. That means the bottom line right here, that one that goes side to side. So then you're left with this smaller diamond shape. You see? Yeah, that's actually it.
What?
Yeah, we finished the US flag. Now it's all about coloring it. So I'll show you how to color it with the red, white, and blue colors. Okay, so Art Along Friends, we're gonna show you 2 different ways to color. I'm gonna color down with stripes that go sideways like this. So I'm gonna follow the stripes of the shapes that go side to side. And then Mia is actually gonna show a diagonal way of coloring. So for the stars, we're actually going to do the horizontal way. So it's really easy. You just need to pretty much go down with the diamonds. And since they're all crossing over in the same way, it's actually pretty easy to keep track of it. Okay? So we'll start with the one closest to the red. Okay? And then we're gonna go downwards. So down and get the second triangle, and down and get the third triangle. And then you keep going down for all the triangles. Now you skip the first diamonds and then you go to the next one. So the one that's touching this first triangle, and then color all of those. You get it, right? Yeah. These are the stars. So Art Along Friends, what it comes out to is we're keeping some of the white diamonds so that they look like stars. And you can compare your drawing to ours and make sure the colors match up. Okay, well that's it, Art Along Friends.
That's our flag.
Yeah, that's the US flag using all rhombuses.
Yeah.
We'll have a blessed Memorial Day, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Like and subscribe to Art Along.
See ya.
Bye.